Hey Sippers, I'm Renee.
I'm Martia.
And I'm Demetrius.
And we are Sip and Unwine, a true crime podcast. Hey Sippers. Hey Martia. Hey Demetrius.
Hey boo.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
I am doing great. Thanks for asking, girl.
Okay.
I'm
so
good.
what we are going to talk about right now is the drinks, because that's what comes first. Okay. So in honor of my girl Martia, who loves, as she says, pumpkin everything, or it might be just pumpkin spice everything.
No, you.
By the way, I tried a pumpkin spice coffee for the first time and it was disgusting. But
oh my god!
I was like, well, let me try it. No, I was like, okay.
I had one of those today, as a matter of fact. Oh wow.
But yeah, the coffee wasn't good. But this one is what we're drinking on today. So we are drinking a pumpkin cheesecake martini. And I just really like it just because I chose it just because of the name. It just sounds so kind of, pumpkin and cheesecake. It's actually a pretty good drink. So if you want to know the ingredients, head over to our Instagram or our Facebook page, and it'll be posted there. And again, like we always say, if you guys make these drinks, tag us. Tag us, Sip and Unwine, and we will find it and repost it and shout you out. Okay, so let's get into this true crime of the week. Okay. Uh-oh. And I will say this is a doozy, but this is more of it's a doozy. That's gonna be our word. It's a doozy. Okay, so have you guys heard about the Murdaugh family? There's kind of a lot going on recently of the Murdaugh family.
I was looking at some videos of them. Yeah.
So
recently.
I didn't dig in too deep earlier. I just saw a whole bunch going on, but I was like, okay, well, let's see what they got going on and why is it popping so much? Mm-hmm. So here it is. So the Murdaughs are a prominent legal family in the Low Country region of South Carolina. So from 1920 to 2006, 3 members of the Murdaugh family consecutively served as solicitor, district attorney, in charge of prosecuting all criminal cases in the state's 14th district. Now that was made up of 5 different counties in South Carolina. So that's a big swath of land that they have, they're in charge of who gets prosecuted and not. So the locals there actually named the county, the area, Murdaugh Country, where the justice system was viewed as rigged and local attorneys would move to settle a case rather than to go to trial. So because of the family's decades-long control of the office of solicitor, it gave them enormous judicial and political power for almost a whole century. So that's just a lot of power, in itself. If you are in charge of everybody who's getting prosecuted within a 5 counties within a state of South Carolina. And then we already know what the good old boys in South Carolina and all that.
I would definitely move and change location.
Right. Yes. So let me give you a brief history on how it all started. So it all started with Randolph Murdaugh Sr. He was born in Varnville, South Carolina, and graduated from law school at the University of South Carolina. Upon graduation, Murdaugh Sr. founded a one-man law firm in Hampton, South Carolina in 1910. So in 1920, he became solicitor in the 14th Judicial District and held that position until 1940. So that was when he was killed in a collision between his car and a train. Unfortunately, the train won. So after Murdaugh Sr. died, his son, Randolph, known as Buster, but Randolph Buster Murdaugh Jr. became solicitor after that from 1940 until he retired in 1986. Buster was succeeded as a solicitor by his son, Randolph Murdaugh III, who took office in 1986. He ran unopposed in every election held for that office until he retired in 2006. Randolph III was married to Elizabeth Alexander, and they had 3 sons. Randolph IV, also known as Randy, Richard Alexander, we're going to call him Alex. He goes by Alex. And this is where the story is focusing on, is this second son, Richard Alexander, known as Alex. So this is where he comes in. I'm just going to talk about them the rest of this case. Okay. And then both of them entered into the Murdaugh family firm. And then they also had a third son named John Marvin. So let's talk about Alex, the son Alex. So, so you can see where he was born with, his father, his grandfather, great grandfather. I guess all of them were, solicitors, or they had influence.
Okay,
So
a generational.
Yeah. So that's how you were brought up. Like that's already, embedded in you. That's how you grew up. You got your way, I'm sure, on everything. You didn't have to worry about the law because your people were the ones who were, seeing if it's going to be prosecuted or not. So son Alex married a chick named Maggie, and they had two sons, Richard Alex Jr., and they also called him Buster, and then Paul Terry. So now here's where things get crazy. On February 26, 2018, 57-year-old Gloria Satterfield, that's Alex and Maggie Murdaugh's nanny/housekeeper. So she died at the Murdaugh family home. Now, here's where the privilege and, knowing the right people comes in handy. The day the nanny/housekeeper died, the coroner's office was never notified of her death, and there was no autopsy performed. Her death certificate stated her cause of death was natural. Gloria's family filed a personal injury lawsuit against the Murdaugh family because of this. So according to the lawsuit documents, they said that she died of, quote, as a result of injury sustained in a trip and fall accident at the Murdaugh family home. Gloria died of an acute subdural hemorrhage due to a stroke, according to her death certificate. But if it's a stroke, it's considered as natural cause of death. And she died 3 weeks after her fall. A judge approved a $4.3 million lawsuit. A judge approved a $4.3 million settlement in 2019. So nearly $1.5 million of that was set aside for the attorney fees. The order also said $2.76 million was supposed to be paid to the Satterfield family, but they never received it. Gloria's family sued personal injury attorney Corey Fleming, that was their attorney, along with Murdaugh, and then also a banker, and accused them of diverting the settlement money to their family, to the Murdaugh family. So come to find out, Alex Murdaugh encouraged Gloria's family to reach out to Corey Fleming for his legal services, but they didn't know that Corey Fleming, the lawyer, and Murdaugh were like college buddies, and Corey was actually a godfather to one of to Murdaugh's sons. So they were all kind of,
it's sneaky.
Yeah. So they was all in it. So they went, filed the lawsuit and took the money. So fast forward a year after the death of their housekeeper, tragedy struck the Murdaugh family again. On February 24th, 2019, 20-year-old son Paul Murdaugh and 5 of his friends went out on a 17-foot boat. The boat struck a bridge piling at a high rate of speed in Archer's Creek at around 2:20 a.m. Unfortunately, one of Paul's friends, 19-year-old Mallory Beach, lost her life in that crash. The 5 remaining boaters appeared to be grossly intoxicated at the scene. And so here it is. You can listen to a snippet of the 911 call placed after the crash.
911, where's your emergency? Hello? Police, fire, EMS. Hello?
We're in a boat crash on Archer Street.
Whereabouts on Archer Street?
In Archer Street, the only bridge on Archer Street.
Archer Street?
Archer's Creek.
Archer's Creek. Archer's Creek. Is it? Okay. What's going on?
It's by Paris Island.
Right. What's going on?
We're in a boat crash.
You know what kind of
a boat crash.
A boat? Did you say a boat crash?
A boat crash.
Okay, so you're at the dock? Hello, are you at the dock?
No, we just crashed in a boat.
Okay, are you in the water or are you?
We're in the boat.
Okay.
We have someone missing.
Okay. Hang on 1 second, okay?
Call in reference to a boat crash. There's 6 people on board. They currently have 1 missing. All right, it's in Archer's Creek, which is right there off of Paris Island. There's a bridge on Paris Island. They're underneath it. They crashed into the bridge. It's one female. That's all the description I have of her right now.
EMS 1 respond to an accident with injuries. 50 Marina Drive Boulevard on Paris Island. Repeating. It's going to be a change in that location. They're on Malecon Drive, down right before you get to the traffic circle.
Copy. County's on scene, Port Royal's on scene. Evidently, the girl was sitting on her boyfriend's lap when they hit the bridge at a high rate of speed, and now she's missing.
Which bridge did they hit? The one on the causeway?
Stand by, sir. They hit the actual Paris Island Bridge, right? We don't know. They just keep telling us they hit the bridge. 310 got on scene. He said the fog is pretty thick. At first, he couldn't even find who they were. Find them. Yeah.
Shortly afterwards, Paul Murdaugh was indicted by a Beaufort County grand jury on 1 count of boating under the influence causing death and 2 counts of boating under the influence causing great bodily injury. All of these were felonies. He was not given a field sobriety test. He was not taken to jail for booking, nor was he ever handcuffed. This led to the speculation that he could have received special treatment by virtue of his family connections. You think? While waiting for trial, Paul was able to continue to live his privileged life, and he went on to go to USC and go to college while this was, all in the works, the trial and everything. So now let's fast forward again to the year 2021. Sometime before June 7th of 2021, Maggie, the wife, made arrangements for a forensic accountant to review the family's finances. That's where more trouble comes. On June 7th, 2021, Alex, the husband, discovered the bodies of his now 22-year-old son, Paul, the one that just had that boating accident 2 years prior, and his 52-year-old wife, Maggie, near the dog kennels at the family's hunting lodge in Islandton, South Carolina. Both of them have been shot multiple times with different weapons. Alex, who called 911 around 10 p.m., and Alex is the husband, he called 911 around 10 p.m. He said that he'd been with his terminally ill father, Randolph III, and his mother, who has dementia, and at the time of the killings. So Randolph III died. His father died actually of natural causes 3 days later on June 10th, 2021. So according to People magazine, Maggie Murdaugh met a divorce lawyer 6 weeks prior to her death. Maggie Murdaugh had been looking into her family's finances in order to determine her and her husband's marital assets. So that's what I was thinking when it was saying that she got a forensic accountant. It was like, she's probably about to leave him, and you want to try to know what finances you guys have as a family.
Wow.
Before all that. So listen to a snippet of the 911 call that Alex placed after discovering the bodies of his wife and his son.
Hampton County 911, where's your emergency?
This is Alex Murdoch at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child got badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Yes, sir. 4147 Moselle Road.
Stay on the line with me, okay? Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay?
Conner County Communications.
Collison, I have an Alex Murdoch on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot.
Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennels.
Okay. And did you see anyone? Okay. Is he breathing at all?
No, nobody.
Is she? Okay. Do you see anything? Do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
What color is your house on the outside? What color is your house on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay. Is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay. And what is your name?
My name is Alex Murdoch.
Okay. And did you hear anything, or did you come home and find them?
No, man. I've been gone. I just came back.
Okay. And was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am. Please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Okay, what is her name?
Maggie and Paul.
Maggie is her name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Me asking you these questions don't slow them down, okay? And you sure they're not breathing? Is he moving at all, your son? I know you said that she was shot, but what about your son?
Nobody's. They're not. Neither one of them's moving.
What is your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
Ma'am, I not particularly, really, no, ma'am.
Okay.
Are they close, ma'am?
Yeah, they've been en route with you ever since you've got on the phone with me. I have multiple people coming out there to you. Okay. I don't want you to touch them at all, okay? I don't know if you've already touched them, but I don't want you to touch them just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
I'd already touched them trying to get to see if they were breathing.
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
Oh. Ma'am, I'm going to call. I need to call some of my family.
Okay. Well, do me a favor for me. Whenever you see the officer or the medics, because they're all coming to you.
Absolutely.
Okay. But we have them come in, turn on the flashes on your vehicle so they can see you, okay? You got the flashers on for me?
I do.
Okay. All right. Just whenever you see them.
Okay.
How old is your son?
22.
Okay. All right. We're getting them out there to you, okay?
And I will answer if you call.
All right.
One was shot with a shotgun. The other was killed with an assault rifle. Alex, the husband, was a suspect from the beginning, but this wasn't disclosed by the authorities. No suspects have been formally charged in this case yet, so it's still an open case as of today. On June 25th, about two weeks after the murder of his son and his wife, Alex Murdaugh and his surviving son, Buster, announced a $100,000 reward leading to the arrest and conviction of the person who killed Paul and Maggie, his wife and son. But the reward expired at the end of September, so no one came forward and got that money or said that, they know, gave them any information.
Expire? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know rewards expire.
Well, I guess if you're the one offering it and you say you need to give me clues until whenever this is, the money's off the table since it's your money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. It's weird that they had it set to expire. Like, who does that if you're wanting to find information about who killed your wife and
that's why I said I've never heard of it. I guess
Why
it
would
makes
you
sense what
expire?
she's saying, but I thought it was like it's on the table until the mystery is solved.
Yeah,
is what
but I guess
think,
because they know what happened, basically. And that's just me guessing. That's me saying it. That's not anything official. So, cut to September 3rd of this year, Alex resigned from his law firm after being accused of mishandling funds. According to the New York Times, the amount involved was in the millions. On September 4th, Alex was shot in the head while changing a tire on a rural road. He claimed a truck slowed down, shot him, then drove away. The injury was superficial, and he was released from the hospital soon after. The shooting occurred, and that was one day after he was forced to resign from the law firm. So listen to a snippet of this 911 call he placed after being shot.
Hampton County 911, what's your emergency? On Salkehatchie Road.
Okay, what's the address on Salkehatchie Road?
I'm by the church.
What church? What church are you talking about?
I don't know the name of it with the red roof.
Okay, what end of Salkehatchie Road? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
At the Hampton County side.
Okay, what's going on?
I got a flat tire,
and
I stopped, and somebody stopped to help me. And when I turned my back, they tried to shoot me.
Oh, okay. Were you shot?
Yes, but I mean, I'm okay.
You shot where? Where were you shot at?
Huh?
Did they actually shoot you or they tried to shoot you?
They shot me, but...
Okay, wait, you need EMS?
Well, I mean, yes, I can't drive.
Okay.
I'm seeing and I'm bleeding a lot.
Where part of your body?
I'm not sure. Somewhere on my head.
Your head?
Somewhere on my head. Somebody just stopped for me, ma'am. For 911.
Okay. Still?
Hey.
Okay, let me speak to him, see if he can tell me exactly where you are.
Salkehatchie Road. Right here by the church. That church? Okay. Red roof. Yeah, hurry, please.
Okay, about 2 miles from the pedestrian barrel.
Okay, and what's your name? I'm still here. I'm still on the line with you. What's your name?
Alex Murdoch.
Alex Murdoch?
Yes, ma'am.
And you see you were driving, you got a flat tire, somebody stopped to help you and they shot you?
Well, they pulled over, yes, ma'am, like they were going to help me.
Okay, stay on the line with me. We're going to get some.
I'm bleeding pretty bad.
Okay. Still
St. John's Missionary Church.
St. John's Missionary Church?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The SUV is right where he's at.
And can you give me a description of the person that shot you or shot at you?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it was a white fella. I'd say
a white male.
A fair amount younger than me. Really, really short hair. You have an ambulance coming, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stay on the line. I got them on the way.
You think one of y'all can drive me to the hospital? Yes, sir. You want to get the trunk, though, because I got a baby and he's doing that. You think one of y'all could get in this car and drive me? Yes, sir. I can. They're going to drive me to the hospital. Ma'am? Ma'am?
I'm still here, sir. They're on the way. Don't hang up.
So now, going on to September 6th, Alex released a statement saying that he was entering a rehabilitation facility for substance abuse treatment. That seems like the go-to for people when they get in trouble.
Right.
They get themselves into a rehab. And I guess that, lets you off for a little bit. So he did that on September 6th. So on September 15th, Authorities announced that Alex's former client, Curtis Edward Smith, who had also been Alex's source for an oxycodone addiction, so basically his dealer, had been arrested for having conspired with Alex to kill him on the Roadside shooting so that his remaining son, Buster, would receive a $10 million insurance payout. So he tried to have somebody kill him so that his son can get that payout because, if he would have committed suicide himself, then his son wouldn't have gotten the $10 million. So
my goodness.
He tried to have somebody else kill him. But of course, when you have somebody trying to do it, and I guess he didn't really want to shoot his, friend or whoever you want to call him, his client, it was a superficial shot to the head. Okay. And then also on September 15th, 2021, authorities announced that they were opening an investigation into the 2018 death of their nanny / housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield, who was, their housekeeper. So they're going to open that up to see, on, I guess, how she died or the circumstances behind that. Alex Murdaugh turned himself into the police on charges of insurance fraud, conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and falsifying a police report stemming from his botched stage murder attempt. Soon after, a local judge granted him a $20,000 personal recognizance bond, and he was free temporarily. On October 14th, about a month later, Alex was taken into custody and was being released from the drug rehabilitation facility in Orlando by the South Carolina authorities on 2 felony counts of obtaining property by false pretenses. These charges stem from an investigation into misappropriated settlement funds in the death of Gloria Satterfield. So it looks like with the money that they stole from that settlement, he probably bought property or something with that money. So that's what that charge is. At Alex Murdaugh's October bail hearing, attorney Ronnie Richter said a judge's decision was not to grant him bail. So he was staying in jail for the time being. So the latest at the time of this recording, there was another hearing and a judge denied a second bond for him to be released. So he's still in prison or in jail right now, awaiting trial for all these charges he has. So that is the latest that we have on Alex Murdaugh. So that was a lot going on. So apologies, Sippers, if you guys are listening, you might have to roll stuff back to listen to it again to see the sequencing of how all this went down. But it's a lot, and it's still not at the end yet. So we might have to do a part
like a novel.
It sounds like it's still ongoing.
Yeah,
and then you have more. From the last time I checked this case out, you have more than it was a few months ago.
Exactly. And then when I checked it today, this would just happen today with the,
man, whoever franchised that book, they about to beat.
Yeah.
Hey, because that's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to speculate, and it's just me speculating. I'm just going to say I'm speculating. Allegedly. What I'm thinking is that when he set up to murder his wife, because I do believe that he set up to murder his wife because he knew that she was going to get a divorce, or, he wasn't going to have any money, or, however that goes, that his son wasn't supposed to be at the kennel. Because I seen earlier that it's usually she was at the dog kennel or, at the kennel by herself. But the week prior before they were shot, she asked her son, Paul, if he can come over and help more. And that's when he was there. So I think
that's how. Oh man.
So I think that since his son was there, that he probably wasn't the attended person, but since he was there, I mean,
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. That's why I said, wow, just shocking.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that somebody probably retaliated against the son for that boating accident. Mm-hmm. And the mom was caught in the crossfires of that is kind of what I was thinking.
That's what okay.
But you got an interesting theory because with a family like that, you just don't know what they're capable of.
Yeah. Especially if the wife was nosing into the money and seeing where everything was. That's, you kind of, because I'm sure he had probably, they had money everywhere. They probably had, in so many different bank accounts that she probably had no idea.
Yeah, private accounts. Mm-hmm. She had no account of those.
Right, accounts and property and all that.
Yeah.
So she was trying to make sure that she got her things on her way out. But unfortunately, she didn't make it out.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I do a part 2 on this one once we get a little bit more information on once his trial starts and what happens, what else comes out, from that.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, it just seems for family to have so much control over so much and so many people for so long, it just seems like it should be illegal at some point. That it,
exactly.
Like they've been ruling that county or that 14th district since since 1920, basically.
Yeah, they sound untouchable though. You know what I'm saying? You got that many generational.
Yeah. Like, you got pull.
Yeah.
A lot of pull. So I wouldn't say that we're going to close the book on Alex Murdaugh. What we will do is, because that book is not done.
Yes,
revisit that we can say.
We will revisit.
We will revisit that.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of the cases that we have to revisit.
Yeah.
Because we will have to listen to that. But so that's it for the Murdaugh case for this week. Okay, so now we're going to move over to our Spill the Wine segment. Yeah. So this is where we ask our listeners to send us questions on love and relationships. And, hell, it can be at this point, it can be on anything. It can be, the way the world is set up today. I'll take any question. It doesn't necessarily have to be love and relationship. It can just be whatever. And you can send us, send it to us via email at sipnunwine@gmail.com. Or you can DM us on our social media platforms, which is also Sip and Unwine. Simple, easy peasy. And this is a lighter one. And I felt that, because of this case, we needed something to not laugh, because I'm sorry, Sipper, if you, when you sent this in, it wasn't for us to laugh, but it's just a little bit lighter, I would say. Okay, so here is the subject. How do I tell my girlfriend her makeup doesn't look good?
Oh.
Well, it's a little lighter. Okay, so it says, my girlfriend only used to wear simple makeup sometimes when we started dating, but during the pandemic, she started to watch a lot of makeup tutorials. And now she looks back. Now she's going back to work and she's been trying out some new looks. My girlfriend is gorgeous with or without makeup. Of course, you have to say that. We appreciate you saying that in there. But the thing is, the makeup doesn't look good. She doesn't really know how to put it on. I don't really know enough about makeup to know what's wrong, but it seems pretty two-toned at some parts, and sometimes it looks clumpy and blotchy. I don't know if she can tell when she leaves. The lighting in our bathroom is pretty dim. He's trying to give her excuses. I appreciate that. She doesn't have any super close friends around here. I think that will be brutally honest to her. I think she doesn't need the makeup, but if she wants to keep wearing it, what should I do to tell her to do better? Thanks for any advice. He was trying to be nice, but then kind of.
Well, why would he say do better? He
wants her to do her makeup better. Like, since she's doing it, he just wants her to.
I know, but what if that's the best she can do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so my suggestion.
Okay.
Because I know we all look at tutorials on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like one of my favorite things to do sometimes.
Yes, I like tutorials.
But I would say pay for her to get someone to do it professionally and speak with them beforehand and do it like a tutorial to say, hey, this is what I'm doing, or these are the tools that I'm using. Hey, you do this part and I will do this if if you need help to put it on, what I'm saying? Like one of those kind of tutorial type.
I promise you that I was thinking the same thing.
Really?
Yes.
Like, because makeup artists do that. You don't have to tell your girlfriend that it's a, tutorial, kind of like a, they're trying to teach her how to do better. But you can just say, hey, it's a surprise, or hey, make it as like a date night. It's a date night. Put on whatever. And I have a makeup artist, for you to look pretty. And even, if you want to even get her hair done too. So she's kind of thrown off.
Make a whole night of
a
whole day.
Yeah.
Session, but it's a lesson at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And then just, and then after, buy everything that she used
Mm-hmm.
and as a gift and be like,
okay,
hey,
I like that
you know what I'm
suggestion.
saying?
That's really
It's going to
nice.
cost you a lot. It's going to cost you a lot, but her makeup will look better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It'll cost you about $600, I would think. Everything. I'm just thinking. I mean, for hair, get her hair done, get the
She
makeup
have this person working
tutorial,
overtime.
the tutorial, and then you buying the makeup and the brushes and all that. That stuff's expensive.
Oh.
You know? But that's just my advice. What do you guys think?
I like that advice because I don't wear makeup like that. So that was really
you bragging.
Really good. No, I just don't.
Because if y'all see her pictures, she
I just do eyeliner and I do a little mascara.
When?
And I do my lip gloss on my lipstick.
Girl, you be barefaced and looking beautiful. Get out of here.
I do powder, but I have such oily skin. Okay, that's another topic for another day. But I think I like what you suggested. That's really sweet. But $600?
You don't think that you think that's too high? Oh, okay.
Girl, she better go.
I'm just thinking because hair usually is about a good $200.
Oh, okay. You was doing a combination.
That's
of
what
hair
I'm saying.
and,
Get her hair done.
Okay, I can see that.
To get your makeup done, it's probably like a good $125 to maybe $200.
Okay,
depending on the person. The way they be charging these days. And then
you
you're buying
gotta get the
makeup.
lashes on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
you gotta buy the makeup if you want her to take it, bring it home. So she can
like
use
that. That's
stuff.
really nice. He should make that a nice little day outing for her.
So that's gonna be expensive for you though, buddy. But she'll look
Drop
pretty.
the coins. Drop the coins.
I agree with that. And I think too, instead of him telling her exactly why he's gonna gift her this makeup lesson or whatever, I think he should say something like, "Hey babe, I know that you've recently gotten into makeup and it seems like something you really enjoy. And I made you an appointment with so-and-so to kind of get your skills, up or even better or whatever." So yeah, I like that idea. And if you can't really do the whole shebang, getting her hair done, whatever, I think she'll appreciate just having that lesson since she just got into it,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds y'all all see.
And
y'all
she
so
will never
sweet.
know that she looked a hot mess before.
Oh,
he said it, not me.
Exactly. Right.
He said it, not me.
I
He didn't say
know,
hot
but-
mess, but I interpret it.
Okay. Yeah.
Heard.
Wow.
But so you don't have to be an ass about it, So
Don't be. Please don't, because that'll ruin her self-esteem and.
Because it takes time to get your makeup right, to figure out, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And some of it might be because of the, what you make. It might be good in the morning. And then by lunchtime, it might turn into, like, I don't know what you call it, like melting off your face.
Yes.
It just depends. Yeah, it just depends.
Exactly.
So you just have to get the right stuff. So hopefully
that was a good question though. And y'all did good responding.
Yeah, see, we made it a little. I like this lighter topic right now, and hopefully you do that, and then you can. Well, you probably won't send us a picture because you don't want to show your girlfriend. You might,
being anonymous, but
hopefully you take our advice. We will see. Hopefully, if you do, tag us. We're here. All right, ladies. You know what? We're at the end of the episode.
Already?
What? Can you believe it? See, I'm telling you, it just comes.
I was hoping there was one more segment. Like time really does go by too fast.
We need something else for the sippers. Like, y'all ready for us to go?
I don't think they are, but that's all right. Listen to our other episodes, and then we will be back next Tuesday.
If you back.
So until then, you guys have a good day, night, weekend, whatever, month. 2021. Hopefully 2022 is better. We come at the end of the year and stuff. And enjoy y'all's pumpkin, whatever, if that's what y'all into. Your pumpkin spice coffees. I can't do the coffees, but yeah. But whatever.
Wow, she gonna love it come 2022. She's like, you know what? It's one of my favorites.
It's gonna be pumpkin spice.
I know it might be something that has to grow on me later, but that one I did have, I was just like, this ain't it.
Starbucks sees me like 2 or 3 times a week.
I haven't had it from Starbucks. I went to Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, that might be it.
That might be it.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Is that disgusting?
You need to go to Starbucks.
You gotta go to Starbucks.
Spice latte. Like, I don't know what Dunkin' Donuts got going on. I ain't tried theirs, But the pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks is good to me.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Some might do that then.
Go to just spend your coin.
Ain't no Dunkin' Donuts slander over here though. That's my favorite spot.
For that particular
Dunkin'
item,
Donuts.
for that item, do not go there. It has to be Starbucks only.
I guess because it wasn't good.
Exactly.
But everything else, Dunkin' Donuts all day for me. That is my.
Hey. Okay.
I'm telling you, I love me some Dunkin'.
Yes, but not for that item.
Girl.
That's a no.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, sippers, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, ladies. Bye, sippers.
All right. Adios.